Tired of boring case openings? Do you always get only cheap skins? The Hellcase website has tons of options to upgrade your inventory. It's up to you to participate in giveaways, events, or compete with other players in opening cases. Hellcase, your world of expensive skins.
xantares again with a headshot on that hero AK-47. That flank can't come fast enough. Cairo on defense from Ticket Box. And the flank is done by Danist. He's worried about Palace. And now the steps being made. Calix is completely ready for this now. The Deagle waiting to unleash hell upon Danist's flank. But Zorte comes to check it.
Ulan rampada
He
iki adam.
draws that attention away. The flank is now activated once more, and xantares is trying to separate these fights. Big headshot on ramp. Now they've got a flank.
Arkalıyoruz, arkalıyoruz!
But it's not even needed.
Voxi'ye bakıyor mu?
With the most filthy
Baktı,
mechanical
biliyor.
skill you'll ever see. And Zorte now left in a 1v1. Smoke deployed onto that defuse, and he's going to hold it. He's going to stick it all the way through. Hits the shot, and it's closed.
Kalı göründü, kalı göründü. Lan xantares 4 tane çok iyi vurdu be.
We wanted to see the big badass xantares in this match, and we got it on the hero AK-47 in that last round. Carries him over the finish line throughout the struggles. A beautiful map from Eternal Fire.
That we've seen just last week in Katowice.
The bounce back from the early stages of the RMR to just now for guys like xantares and Wakadia is everything, and when it mattered the most, they showed up to play. And I think the big story for Eternal Fire is this is the best Turkish team that they have finally put together, finally playing well. This is the best Turkish team we have ever seen, and they are proving themselves to be a threat, not just to the Tier 2, not just in the best of ones, but to the best teams in the world in series play. This is a dangerous squad heading to Copenhagen.
Yeah, Turkey can fight at the top, but they need this round. They need to get ahead, and that push from xantares is being punished. So BETBOOM keep it a 4v4, but the superiority in weapons for Eternal Fire still evident. But we know what SMGs can do. Swinging around the corner, Major shows us what that MAC-10 can do. Kills coming through. Anthony and Danist set up in a 2v2 as Wakadia is spamming towards the back of the bomb site. They're just searching for these final 2 kills to confirm their spot in Copenhagen, and BETBOOM aren't making it easy for them. They're not just lying over, they're not going down without a fight, and Wakadia is still inside of the site smoke. No one from BETBOOM overextending.
They could be so patient, though. Ooh, Wakadia taps the bomb, looking to lure him out into the open. Nate comes in, and still just waiting for an ill-advised peek from the BETBOOM players.
Voxi'nin yeri iyi.
Now just 1 kill between them and Copenhagen. And Nafin
Trade hazırlandı bir kedi ya.
He's got to know it's not his day. They'll be down to the last chance qualifier.
Gidiyoruz Mayore. Elinize kolunuza sağlık ya.
He is so happy he'll let out a sound of celebration. And for Turkey, they have a team to be proud of.
Be kardeşim.
They can fight with the Titans, and they are going to do it in Copenhagen.
Indeed, Dinko, the Eternal Fire burns bright. It burns hot. Everybody at home raising to the ground. Vertigo and Mirage leaving BETBOOM burning in its wake. Turkey and Eternal Fire have made it to the PGL CS2 Major. Copenhagen. Blair Maniac, what a performance.
This feels good, man. Not every promise delivers when it comes to Counter-Strike. Not every team that is supposed to play good Counter-Strike does, but today we got exactly what we wanted. We got an Eternal Fire giving us an A+ performance when it comes to CS, not letting the past losses here in Bucharest affect them in any way. They outclass BB, make them look like a bunch of schoolboys, and are very deservedly on their way to Copenhagen.
I had my small little doubts, you know. I prefaced this game saying maybe the worst enemy of Eternal Fire might be themselves, the expectations on their shoulders. I got shut up right there. This is, I think Jason said it best, this is the best Turkish Counter-Strike team we have ever seen. They're playing at such a high level right now, and they just, you know, they booked a place in a major in such an emphatic fashion. Great job from the Turks.
Let us not forget the journey that Eternal Fire have gone through here at the RMR. Blair and Maniac, it has not been easy, but they've managed to come out on top.
Yeah, you're right, and they're in this very complex situation now where obviously their main goal is to punch upwards, right? Is to try and take bigger names. They're fighting against the likes of G2, they're fighting against FaZe, and they come very close. There are maps over times, they can feel like it's right there. But when you're in that position, you're in sort of the purgatory, you cannot forget about the teams that are behind you and are trying to get you. And I think we've seen many teams in the history of Counter-Strike who let themselves go a little bit when they play a lesser opponents. They don't really give that 100% because unconsciously they're already thinking about, oh my god, next time we play, at the time Astralis, next time we play at the time SK, next time we play FaZe. This is not what we saw here. This was an Eternal Fire that took this game extremely seriously. Major, his expression, his facial expression at the end of that game, that's determination. And that's in a game that they won easily, but he was not going to let that one go. He was absolutely dialed in.
I think the one guy that exemplifies that would be woxic. He was going Super Saiyan 3 across both the maps, and I'm just like, if you look at his face, and this is a kid I've been watching play Counter-Strike for years right now.
Röportaj yapacaklar muhtemelen şimdi
Volatile he could be,
turnuvadayken.
you know, in person when he gets a kill, a 4K, a 3K, he's screaming, he's shouting. I was looking at his face. He's like what, 14 and 3 up at some point, and he just stone cold killer face on his face, and that is the sort of mentality they seem to have. And even after the win, they just knew they got the job done. Congratulations, that was as clean, as efficient as you could ever make it.
Clinical and clean, absolutely correct. Their scoreboard up on screen now, 13-1 in favor of Eternal Fire.
Internal Fire,
And Eternal Fire as well.
Yeah, the Internal Fire is burning bright. Guys, but there were standout fraggers, but what I find most impressive is the way Eternal Fire are playing Counter-Strike together. At any one point, there could be any of the players carrying the weight.
That's a fair assumption. I mean, the CT side literally had no flaw. It had no weakness, as simple as it is. We single out woxic, and that's very deservedly. He had a great game once again, continuing from Mirage. But you can scan through the whole lineup and find moments, determining moments. You talk about Wakadia and how he played that short position, finding first kills.
We're definitely going to highlight that.
4 rounds in a row, almost gun rounds, finding opening kills. You talk about Major and Calix, the defense on the B side, being tested late rounds with lurks or executes, being able to thwart off all of these offense. You talk about woxic, finding opening kills with the AWP. If xantares is your lower fragger, you're good. You're set. Like, there's no problem.
In a 13-1, and xantares is the lowest fragger. I'm just
good.
That is just insane, and I 100% agree with you. I think we've seen quite a few verticos being played here at the RMRs, and we've seen a lot of messy verticos as well, right? A lot of messy fights towards A, towards the ram smoke, you know, just battling out through the smoke, hoping you were able to land a spam shot. We didn't see that from Eternal Fire. This was clinical. They knew they had protocol for seemingly for everything.
Woxic Vertigo'da yürüyemiyor.
You're like 4v4.
Ne oldu kardeşim?
Protocols. When they work together,
Bugün bir yürüyesi geldi Özgür'ün, haberin olsun.
Sometimes we
Burada
complain
mısın?
about him, you know, maybe overpeaking a little bit towards short. This time he's doing that, but guess what? xantares is pushing at the same time with him. Just great stuff.
And it was always going to be the win condition. We knew BB were going to come and play a disruptive CS. Like, it's not the most tidied up. It's not the cleanest. There are mistakes being made. There are individual timings. They force the occasion a couple times. And if you're Eternal Fire, your one job was to win skill-wise. It was just to put them in their places. Like, bro, you want to duel me? You want to cross that smoke? I'm going to slap the hell out of you. And you're never going to come back. And BETBOOM don't currently have this sort of tactical backbone they can fall back on and say, okay, listen, we're going to slow down the pace. Let's use a couple of protocols. That's going to give us a free kill. We navigate. No, it's just about Nafany saying, well, I'm about to cross this smoke. I'm going to do it. And Wakadia is just waiting behind, and that's a free kill. Obviously, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's the story of the first half.
Talking about Wakadia, we have himself and Major down on the floor with James Banks for a post-match interview.
And I've got a very happy Eternal Fire with me here. Smiles on their faces. And Wakadia, I want to start with you. Not many players go to their first RMR and then make it to the first major. But did you always believe you could do it?
Yeah, I always believe in my team and we work hard to
Her zaman
get in
güveniyordum.
here. We work a lot.
Her zaman
So
güveniyordum
we practice a
takım
lot.
arkadaşlarıma.
So I was
Çok
believing
antrenman
in
yaptık.
ourselves from the beginning and I'm very proud
Gerçekten
of
çok
us.
duygusal bir an.
You should be proud for sure. And Major, for you, 6 years ago, you made it to the major. It was Faceit major back then, mate. A long, long time ago. Now you've done it again with very different style, very different team, very different scene you're in. What do you think about making it this time around?
It's feeling, first of all, it's feeling very great. It's been 6 years that I didn't play in major, but I think like a lot of tryharding, a lot of works pay off today. Since some 6 months we're working really hard. Like I'm giving a lot of times in these teams. So I'm really proud of these young kids, first of all, and of all my teammates, of my team, of my staff, of my coach, of my manager. I want to take some
Lirariye, Mr. Esnaf, eyvallah kankalar. Sağ olun.
For you though, Wakadia, I want to touch on the fact that we talk about you being the rising star, the potential superstar for the future, right? But I saw Katowice, we saw how great you could be and how it looked. Did you feel
Güzel bir
more
şey demiştir
pressure
ama.
here, though?
Dede
You
ya.
didn't at the beginning see the
Anlayamıyorum
same
İngilizcesini
level
bazen.
from you.
Yeah, I didn't play like very good in this tournament, but
Çok
I
da iyi
didn't
oynamadım
like, I
turnuvada
don't have
ama
pressure.
ama
But
pressure
my team
almadım.
got my back, so I'm happy.
Takımım
They
burada,
did
ben
come
de
to back
buradayım
you up
falan
for
filan.
sure. Now, looking at this though, going through to the major, you guys had a very hard run. You know, the G2 game, you could have had it. It was a chance in there. Then you meet FaZe as well. Did it feel like, okay, this could slip away from you at any point?
No, because like I told every time, like I really believe that we play good CS, and I'm very happy that tonight we show that we were able to
Her
play
zaman
good
iyi
CS
CS
and
oynadığımızı biliyordum
we showed good
ve bu
CS.
CS'yi gösterdiğimiz
We
için
have our
mutluyum.
standards, and if we play our standards every time like this, we have a big chance. Now we need to fix the mistakes. That's how we can't finish against teams like FaZe and G2 because
Diğer
this game
birlere
also
karşı nasıl
wasn't
maç
the
kazanacağımızı
end.
düşüneceğiz falan
We
diyor şu
can
anda.
win it, but in the end, every time we lose it, so we need to fix that. And yes, that's all.
You say you got to fix it. Do you have an idea of what it is or why at the moment you guys struggle in these situations? Because you push them to overtime, you push them real close.
Yeah, of course, I have an idea why, but we're gonna talk it, and it's need much more theory. But like I said, I'm proud of my teammate, and we're gonna do our best in the major. Thank you for the support, guys. We really believe that we sound a lot of message from Turkey and everywhere. Yeah. Thank you, guys, and I hope you enjoy the game.
Okay, lastly with you, I want you to say anything you want to say to the Turkish fans out there as well, but also for the young players that want to be in your position one time, because 18 years old and making the major is a true dream.
I think I told it to you before, and they should grind a lot. Just grind.
Grind the whole way. Do you want to say anything in Turkish to the Turkish fans?
Yeah, ne diyeyim abi ya.
Teşekkür ederim destekleriniz
Destekler için teşekkürler. Hepinizi seviyorum. Anne seni de seviyorum.
Aferin. Ben de bir şey söyleyeyim. Today is my wife's birthday. So it's a good present for her. And in Turkish, Ceren'im iyi ki doğdun. Bu hediye senin için. Sağ ol. Beyler.
Aşk adam.
Sözümüzü tutarız. Gri saçlar belki.
belki değil. Yapıyorsan yap. Belki ne?
Congratulations, guys. You've made it to Copenhagen. We will see you at the major. Parla, one last time today. Back to you.
Thank you, James. Wycadia humble in victory and a big happy birthday to Major's wife. We love that.
I wonder what he
smiling,
said
man.
towards the very end. It feels like he caught himself saying something. Any translator out there on Twitter can hit me up.
Yeah, just
Let me know
hit
the
us
end of
up.
the interview.
I just have smiles all over my face. That was such a heartwarming interview, man.
And also such almost like a fatherly vibe between Major and Wycadia. Like you have to think about it, the way he's like just like stroking his top back.
15 years difference.
I know, and it's great to see that, honestly.
I mean, we were talking about
generation from Turkey coming through, and I'm so impressed that Wycadia said that nowhere during this RMR where they were in the tougher matches and losing did his confidence shake. The whole time he remained confident in himself and the team. That's great for a young player.
Yeah, if you can already have this inner feeling that your team's got your back, that is such a large benefit, because then you allow yourself to take a bit more risks. You're not afraid of making mistakes. And on Major talking about how we can close these games against greater teams, I'm sure he has an idea. This guy has
Hadi
an
madem
incredible
buradasınız o zaman benim YouTube kanalına şey yapın, like atın ya, göreyim nasıl atıyorsunuz. Nerede bu? İyi izlenmiş lan bu. Ulan ben YouTube kanalına bakmıyorum da benim YouTube kanalı iyi gidiyorlar. Evet arkadaşlar, vallahi gözünüze sağlık, teşekkürler. Tekrardan yalnız bırakmadınız Eternal Fire'yi. Gözünüze sağlık. Maçı yani olabildiğim kadar yorumladım ama inşallah bir dahaki turnuvalarda, bu Major turnuvasında diyelim, bu spikerlik işini yaparlar da güzel bir kendi yorumu falan katarım, eğleniriz. Valla İngilizce konuşuyorlar, İngilizce öğrendim anasını satayım ya. Hey man, I'm okay bro. How are you today? Okay. Aynen böyle geziyorum evde, yani böyle bir şey yok. FPL diyor, FPL 3 saat sonra. Çok da bir şey öğrenmemişsin diye. Öğrendiğimiz kadar. Yani adamların her kurduğu cümle. Zaten pimp var ya, pimpi hiç anlamıyorum amına. Hiç. Sıfır. Falan bir şeyler diyor. En sonunda böyle Eternal Fire bir şey diyor. He diyorum. He böyle demek istiyormuş diyorum. Anca anlıyorum. Rakiplere bak. Ne rakibi oğlum ya. Biraz sal gitsin ya. Major'a çıkmışız oğlum. Ne rakibinden bahsediyorsun? Sticker çıkacak. Rakip diyor. Ne rakibi oğlum ya? Bir ay var daha. Bir ay var daha. Bir ay. Bir sürü çalışma zamanı olacak takımın.